Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition. I'm Mike and thank you for tuning in to Did You See That? Where today I am going to be discussing the Back to the Future musical press night. However, this is going to be spoiler free, so don't worry if you haven't seen the show. I'm not going to be spoiling anything for you. However, also feel free to check out on my channel, because at this press night, guys, Bob Gale was there, Alan Silvestri, John Rando, Christopher Lloyd himself was here. Also, Robert Zemeckis, the legendary Hollywood director, was here as well, and so many other guests like Andy Serkis, and also Brian May from the band Queen was here as well. Anyway, in terms of Back to the Future the musical press night, so what was so different compared to this one, compared to the opening night? Well, let me just put it this way. Roger Bart was not performing as Doc Brown. Now, he's been Doc Brown this entire time. However, the understudy of, I've got the name here in my big cast booklet, so sorry if I turn off to the side, Mark Oxtoby, if I've pronounced that correctly, was the understudy who filled in for Roger Bart, because unfortunately he has been tested positive for COVID, so who knows how long he's going to be out of the musical for, and especially when he recovers from COVID, how long it's going to take him to kind of get back into the role, and if he's going to lose his singing voice, anything like that. So I wish a speedy recovery firstly to Roger Bart. So what the question is right now, what's possibly lingering in people's minds, if you've seen my review of the Back to the Future opening night here in London, what's so different about the opening night to the press night? Well, firstly, a lot of celebrities were here, and a chance to kind of meet some big names you may never ever meet in your life, like Zemeckis or Andy Serkis, for example. So many awesome names were here tonight. That buzz and attention really brought attention to this Back to the Future musical, which it should do, because ultimately this musical is going to be in the West End ideally forever, until they maybe move it to Broadway. But even then, they may have the musical on in the UK and in the US, and who knows where else. I'm really excited to see what the future of this musical holds. So also, the other differences is that some of the scenes that play out throughout this movie, there were certain changes here and there, and whether that includes in the songs or whether it includes in the dialogue, or maybe an extra joke or two thrown in here or there. I can't really discuss that, because that would discuss spoilers, which I'm not here to do for you guys. But what I would say is, if you've seen the opening night show, it is highly worth a visit coming back to see the polished, finished version of this press night release, because this is kind of where they lock in the script, where this is going to be the play going forward. Yes, they might alter one or two jokes here or there, I guess, from time to time, but for now, as far as I'm aware, this is going to be the locked final version. So I'm assuming Bob Gale and everyone else like that is probably going to be heading back home to the US, or wherever they are from, after this production tonight. So really, just the atmosphere itself was awesome. But also, I've got quite a few episodes coming up soon of, say, Back to the Fans, and also vlog videos where they had DeLoreans out here today. They had like the kitted up style DeLorean, Steve, who owns the DeLorean, I believe, company here in the UK. There was honestly such like just an electric atmosphere to start with, but never mind, with all this hype and attention around it, it really, I felt, delivered massively. So what I also feel like I should be doing in this video is giving a shout out to the actors and actresses and the cast of this production, because they deserve a massive shout out. Each and every one of them are incredible. So let me start here. We've got Ollie Dobson as Marty McFly. We've got Hugh Coates, of course, as George McFly, who again steals the show. We've also got Rosanna Hyland as Lorraine Baines. We've also got Cedric Neal as Mayor Goldie Wilson, and definitely comes very close to the original Don Full of Love. He really gives an awesome performance. We've got Aidan Cutler, who plays Biff Tannen, and definitely plays a great Biff Tannen. He can fit that character really well, and he executes it as well. Really good. We've got Will Haswer as Dave McFly, and we've also got Emma Lloyd, Linda McFly. And then we've got a lot of ensembles, and then we've got like a lot of extras and stuff as well, because I did buy a program for the theatre, which is right here, and definitely a massive improvement on this program compared to the Manchester one. Definitely has a lot more in it, bigger, and it's definitely better value for money. I also wanted to add into this review tonight as well that Mark Oxtoby, who stood in for Roger Bart as Doc Brown, he was fantastic. I really felt like he gave a great performance, and he also said that it was the first ever time that he actually stood in for Doc Brown as well, which I believe it was, and honestly the guy did so great. He got such a warm welcome as well from the audience. They loved him. They also gave him a massive round of applause. So any confidence issues that he may have faced, I definitely think were squandered tonight when the audience was well received by him. Was he better than Roger Bart? Well, I think Roger Bart has like a stronger Doc Brown impression voice, but I think in terms of like the mannerisms of Doc, I definitely think that Mark Oxtoby performed that part better. So would I recommend Back to the Future the musical after this press night? Hell yeah. If I didn't recommend it enough firstly on the opening night, I definitely recommended it more now than ever, because this musical was incredible. The lights, the effect, the production team, the crew, the cast, whoever and everything that they have involved in this musical is just sublime. It feels like you're watching a movie and not an actual musical. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're coming in to expect this and just see like, right, I want exactly the film, but 90% of the time you're going to get that. But there is elements of here of the musical part, because the couple that I sat next to her were lovely, by the way, tonight. The gentleman said like he wanted to see the movie and he wasn't a huge fan of the musicals, although he liked the musical numbers. So I guess in that kind of mentality, I would still recommend it, because you've got to go in open-minded. You can't really do like a copy and paste of the movie in this kind of musical setting, because I think for some parts it just wouldn't quite work. The songs that happen fit the scene, but also fit how you feel throughout the rest of this musical, whether it's the part where George, gets that confidence towards the end and gets Lorraine, or whether it's him being shy, or whether it's like Marty having mixed emotions about what is going on around him. All the musical and set pieces numbers round into that perfectly. So I absolutely recommend Back to the Future the musical at the Adelphi Theatre. The links down below will be where you can buy tickets for yourself, and they have prices, I believe, starting from £19.55, which is just an incredible value for a West End production. Again, the only kind of gripe that I've got, which is the same as my original opening night one, is that up in the rafters in the upper circle you get some of the best views of this show. However, it is fairly warm there, so just to give you that heads up if you're going to book the tickets. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this review. Please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And until the next time that you see me, I'll be seeing you later.